this model, because even with the upsurge of El Nino flooding now, Honorable Speaker, Bungoma, where you come from, and I was shocked that even the third in command's county was left out of this scheme, Honorable Speaker. Why can't we start from afresh, have all those tenders already given out, cancelled, so that we have equal distribution of these monies? Because with El Nino, each and every place in this country is now under a lot of attack on those roads, Honorable Speaker. Nyando constituency, so as I finish, Honorable Speaker, Nyando is not...
Thank you. We will prosecute all this in the Kamkunji. Thank you, Jared, for mentioning my county. Yes. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Jared is my friend, and I think I ably prosecuted the part of the question until members have agreed that we need to sit together and see the public participation resources. So on the question of floods, we will make sure that we will not distribute equally. We will have to distribute based on the damage, because this is a restoration fund. We must deal, the roads that are going to be affected most must receive the highest resources. And as you can see now, the northeastern part and parts of Nyanza, and as I said, upper eastern, lower eastern, and coast are the most affected in the country. We hope that in the next 1 month, we don't have also highest El Nino roads on the western part of the country, because as I have told you, we cannot carry the burdens that come with this El Nino any further with the resources, the limited resources we have.
Thank you, CS. You may now take your leave. Honorable members, you remember I informed the House that the Honorable Alice Nganga and Honorable Sheikh will be given 15 minutes each to address the House. We now go to that, which is still at statement level. Between the two of you, who goes first? Honorable Alice Nganga or Sheikh? Alice, you can go first. Hold on, they call. We're still at statements, right? Yes, go ahead, Alice.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to make a statement on legislative proposal, the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2023. The legislative proposal seeks to amend Article 89 of the Constitution to provide that the Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission shall ensure that the second review of constituencies shall not result in the loss of a constituency. Honorable Speaker, as you are aware, the first review was undertaken in March 2012 by the Andrew Rigare team, which is now the de facto interim Independent Boundary Review Commission. Honorable Speaker, the 2012 boundary review did not, however, result to the loss of any constituency, despite the constituencies not complying with the population quota requirement. Honorable Speaker, this was due to the provision in the Constitution, which is found in the 6th schedule to the Constitution, in particular paragraph 27(4), which provide that the Boundary Commission shall ensure that the first review of the constituencies undertaken in terms of the Constitution shall not result in the loss of a constituency existing on the effective date. Honorable Speaker, this provision, being a transitional provision, is now spent, and therefore the constituencies that were protected in the first review now faces to be scrapped. Honorable Speaker, the 27 constituencies that were protected during the first review were as follows. Allow me, Honorable Speaker, to read them out. Voi constituency, Wandanyi constituency, Mwatate, Bura, Isiolo South, Samburu East, Resamis, North Hola, Saku, Kirome, Makwiny, Mbere North, Mathioya, Daragwa, Budarangi, Vihiga, Udhaya, Mathioya, Kangima, Marquette East, Keio North, Tetu, Mogotio, Ramu East, Ramu West, and Muvita.
What's your point of order? I think you've been given the wrong mic.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker is the member in order to mislead this House by saying that Makueni is protected. As you know, Makueni has more than 200 voters registered, 200,000 voters.
Proceed, Honorable Member. You got the point of information.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me proceed. Honorable Speaker, you will agree with me that the people of the 27 constituencies have a right to be represented. If the second review of the boundary constituency, which is due to be undertaken by March next year, 2024, takes place, then the people in the 27 constituencies may lose representation in this House. Honorable Speaker, from the list that I have just read, the constituencies hold significant cultural and development for the people. Merging these constituencies would result to a loss of feeling of identity and control of the people in terms of local development in their constituencies. Honorable Speaker, further, should the next review result to the loss of any constituency, we should be denying the great people of all the 27 constituencies the much needed social and economic development, in particular, which has been achieved through the allocation of CNGCDF. Honorable Speaker, you will agree with me that the issue of review of the constituency boundaries is an emotive issue that can cause unnecessary disharmony and conflict, especially to the great people of Kenya who are peace-loving and have been operating peacefully in their existing constituency. In this regard, I dare ask why merge them? Honorable Speaker, it is a result of foregoing grave concern that I took up the initiative to amend the Constitution to further protect the constituency from the second review of constituency boundaries. Honorable Speaker, it is worth noting that the issue of protecting the constituency also featured heavily in the National Dialogue Committee stakeholders' engagement, and the public expressed concern on the need to ensure their right to representation is upheld. Honorable Speaker, this is the basis of my legislative proposal, which seeks to amend Article 89 of the Constitution to ensure that the second review shall not result to the loss of any of the 27 constituency in recognition of the right to representation of the people from the 27 constituencies. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, I am urging the members of this House to support the legislative proposal. As a House that is established under Article 95 of the Constitution to represent the people of these constituencies, we are here to do exactly that by legislating to ensure that the right to representation of the people of Kenya is upheld. Honorable Speaker, with these few remarks, allow me to quote the words from the 16th US President, Abraham Lincoln, who once said, "I have never had a feeling politically that did not spring from the sentiments embroidered in the Declaration of Independence." Honorable Speaker, for me, in this case of the 27 constituencies, allow me to go on record and state that I have never had a conviction that does not spring from the guiding principle, which is the welfare of the people of Kenya. This is what I stand for, and I am here on behalf of the people of the 27 constituencies to ensure their right of representation is not taken away by the second review. Honorable Speaker, we know once upon a time there were 210 constituencies in Kenya. When the review came, it did not take away the 2010 constituencies away. Rather, it added 70 more constituencies, and that is why we are 290 constituencies today. Even right now, the IBC should look into it instead of getting away with the 27 constituencies, they should be looking on a way on how to add more constituencies rather than taking away 27 constituencies that are already represented by honorable members of this House. Honorable Speaker, it is good, even if Thika is not one of them, but once you come to this House, you are no longer representing only your constituency.